All right, guys, I do get some questions sometimes about what I pack in my first aid kit. With us hiking together, I'm in charge of first aid. I'm actually a first aid CPR AED instructor, so naturally it was given to me to handle. So usually what I pack in my first aid kit, some unconventional stuff, but I usually break it up into two different categories. First category is going to be comfort, stuff that makes you feel a little bit better. That's going to be your ibuprofen, your acetaminophen, or Tylenol. You look at those things. Possibly aspirin works as a good blood thinner if you're having altitude issues. Also, I always pack a little bit of anti-gas. You know, sometimes you got the bubble guts and you gotta fix that problem. Christian knows that all too well. This past Cucamonga Peak hike, he had a little bit of that, but I usually pack some of that. Anti-diarrheal. Sometimes you get hit with something, you drink a bad protein shake or something. He hasn't needed that yet, but I usually put that in there. That's once again for comfort, and usually throw some Tums in there. Sometimes you just never know. You want to have a comfortable hike, and you don't want to be without. And literally that adds so few grams of weight to your pack, so it's really not even worth not doing. Then there's obviously the first aid stuff for comfort. It's gonna be like your liquid bandage, your Coban, stuff like that, your gauze, just in case you need to wrap something up. You start getting blisters, you get some moleskin, blister help stuff. So that's always good too. Then I usually look at another category, which is crisis mode. And this is gonna be the stuff that's gonna potentially buy you some time. You have a serious injury. Kind of the most unconventional thing that I usually bring with me is a CATS tourniquet. I've seen too many videos of people that are hiking, they slip and fall and, you know, they break their leg and pierce an artery, and you need to have a tourniquet to stop that bleeding. I also bring hemostatic dressings like Quick Clot or Bleed Stop, just in case you have something that's got life-threatening bleeding. You got to handle that. You got to be able to stop that bleeding where you're at. An interesting question I get too is, what do you wish you had? What do you not have? And quite honestly, I wish I had an EpiPen with me, because you got to think, I'm not allergic to anything. I don't think Christian's allergic to anything, but the hiking community is pretty tight knit, and you never know exactly when you're going to run into some situation where you've got somebody that's having an anaphylactic reaction, and it could just buy him just enough time to get him to help. Another one of those things that you probably want to take for just in case is Benadryl, whether that be liquid or tabs. Probably tabs because it's way lighter, but some people have a hard time swallowing tablets. Benadryl can help you in a lot of different situations, but once again, we're in the business of buying time. Another thing I also do carry is an emergency blanket. Might be a good idea to carry more than one. I have a pack of 4 at home. I should probably just carry maybe 2. But once again, you got to remember that you're not the only ones out here on this mountain, and things can happen. You may just need to buy time. And so some of these things can help save a life. What's that? We got a storm coming in now. You just never know when you're going to be stuck out. So you maybe don't need it on a 4-mile, 5-mile, 6-mile hike, but you're going out into the double-digit hikes. Just be smart. It does not take that much weight to bring some essentials. Obviously, it's a good idea to go get first aid certified, even if it's a wilderness first aid. They cover a lot of those topics. Learn how to do CPR. I mean, if you're going to have to do CPR on a mountain, you're going to have to be doing it a long time. But if you're the only one that knows how, at least you can train some of the other hikers. But anyway, that's usually what I put in my first aid kit.